Pakistan and loyalty are like railway tracks, always parallel, never meeting. And now President Trump has learned this the hard way. In a move rattling diplomatic circles in Washington, Pakistan has declared full support for Iran's pursuit of nuclear energy, just days after U.S. President Donald Trump touted a historic oil reserves deal with Islamabad. The announcement came during Iranian President Pezeshkian's two-day visit to Pakistan, where he was warmly welcomed by Prime Minister Sharif. The two leaders signed a dozen agreements and MOUs. At a joint press conference, Sharif offered more than ceremonial handshakes. He publicly endorsed Iran's right to pursue peaceful nuclear energy. This position places Islamabad in direct opposition to Washington's long-standing stance on Iran's nuclear ambitions. Pakistan stands with Iran in its acquisition of peaceful nuclear power. Sharif's statement comes at a sensitive time and is being seen as a major thorn in Islamabad's diplomatic ties with the U.S. In June, the U.S. bombed 3 Iranian nuclear facilities. Tehran responded by attacking Trump's Qatar airbase and suspending cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency. In what appears to be a classic case of playing both sides, Islamabad seems increasingly indecisive in choosing its camp. To make matters worse for Washington, the timing of this pro-Iran tilt couldn't be more ironic. Just recently, President Trump celebrated a breakthrough deal to access Pakistani oil reserves, calling it a win for U.S. energy security. But Islamabad's sudden shift now feels like a diplomatic backstab. And this support for Iran isn't just symbolic. Pakistan and Iran are eyeing a $10 billion annual trade volume, with accelerated plans for a free trade agreement. The 12 MOUs signed span agriculture, science and technology, culture, tourism, maritime safety, and even climate action. But perhaps the most telling sign of Pakistan's geopolitical pivot came when Sharif condemned US-backed Israeli airstrikes in Iran, labeling them acts of aggression and urging the global Muslim community to unite. He also criticized Israel's war in Gaza, doubling down on a foreign policy trajectory that pulls Pakistan closer to Tehran and further from Washington. And that raises a question for Trump. If he slammed India for buying Russian oil and slapped 25% tariffs on New Delhi, what will he now do as his ally backs nuclear ambitions of a nation in direct conflict with the US? Isn't it a wake-up call for Trump? Despite decades of military cooperation, billions in aid and renewed economic overtures, Pakistan has once again shown that it will pivot based on regional interests, not Western loyalty.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.